In our opinion, the monopoly is the most interesting market structure that you can find in Chapter 4. So let's begin with a few concepts and recapping a few things that we learned in the previous video. Let's look at what are the market structure determinants that determine that a firm is indeed a monopolist in this market. The most obvious fact of a monopoly is that it is the only seller in the market that is serving many different buyers. One of the reasons why the monopoly is the only firm might be due to imperfect information, where customers do not know they can actually get the same good at a lower price. It can also be because of zero mobility on the buyer's end. Even if they know that there is something that's cheaper, they cannot act on it. They cannot go to that place which is cheaper, maybe it's too far. Another reason is because of a very highly differentiated good that this monopoly is selling. There's no other competitors, and also because of high barriers to entry. There might be certain things that are disallowing other companies from coming in to compete with the monopoly. So these four factors actually gives the monopoly what we call market power. So it's got the highest market power among all the market structures, which gives it the ability to set the price. And we've also learned in the previous video that the monopoly is the most allocatively inefficient market structure. And this is because it has got the highest amount of deadweight loss. We discussed this in the previous video that the deadweight loss is a loss in utility on the society's end. As long as the equilibrium market price of a good is not determined by the intersection of demand and supply, you are going to have deadweight loss. As seen in this, the monopoly price is PM, and over here the blue portion is the producer surplus, and the green portion over here is consumer surplus, and you have this amount of deadweight loss that is shown in red. Society is losing out because of the monopoly's gain of charging a higher price to the consumers. Therefore, the consumers lose, and that is what we call the deadweight loss. So, another thing that the monopoly is able to do because of its market power is, of course, to practice price discrimination. So the definition of price discrimination is as follows. Okay, a monopoly is exercising its market power so that it can sell the same good at different prices to different consumers. I'm going to use three examples to illustrate this. Now, the first example could be students or elderly people getting lower bus fares when they take public transport. So the rest of the people are going to be paying higher fares. So that is an example of price discrimination. A second example could be student card discounts. And another example would be first class passengers that have to pay more for airfare. Well, if you think about it, traveling from one place to another is still the same good. And I don't think it's that expensive to actually serve first class. So it is essentially charging them much more for that same good. But it is not all the time that the monopolist can price discriminate. So let's take a look at the conditions that are necessary for the monopoly to do just that. Now that condition is called the no arbitrage condition. So what is arbitrage? It actually refers to people taking advantage of price differentials. The price differentials here means that the same good is selling at different prices in different places. To use a real-life example, let's say that there is a camera, a digital camera that is selling at $500 in stores. And then you came along and you are the only person in your neighborhood that knows where to buy one elsewhere for only $300. So you're really enterprising, right? You buy some of these cameras and you stand outside the stores and you sell these cameras for $400. Well, that means that you'll be making a profit of $100 for every camera that you sell to a passerby. So that's an arbitrage opportunity right there, and monopolists can't have this in the society. If not, they won't be able to do price discrimination. So we don't want to have arbitrage so that monopolists can charge different prices without you knowing it. So there are typically three things that must happen for there to be no arbitrage opportunities in this market. Now, the first thing that needs to happen is that the buyers cannot be able to resell any goods and services that they buy. One very good example of this would be haircut services. So if I'm a student and I'm going to get maybe a good discount for haircut, I can't pay for the haircut and then let you, somebody that doesn't get the discount, have the haircut, right? So it's untransferable. The second condition for no arbitrage could be maybe high transaction cost. So think about it. If it's going to cost you $200 to import this camera, do you think you can be making any arbitrage profits out of this? Now you have to add $200 to the price at which you bought the camera, and that makes your total cost $500. So do you think you'll be able to sell lower than $500? No. People would rather buy from the stores than buy from you if you were just to charge $1 more expensive. The next condition is that there must be zero information. And there will be zero information when the markets are properly segmented because the agents within those markets can't talk to each other. If you didn't know where to get that $300 camera from, do you think you would even think of having these arbitrage profits? You wouldn't even know where to get a camera that's $300.
Thanks for watching a sample of the Quickienomics online learning experience. We hope you've enjoyed it. We believe that true happiness lies in realizing ambitions and dreams. That's why we make our products specific to your needs, simple to understand and captivating, so that you can learn effectively while saving time, realizing those ambitions and dreams. The Quickienomics online learning experience is a range of supplementary lectures, tutorials, and exam solutions in the form of videos, which you can conveniently view anytime, anywhere. Watching our videos before and after your regular lessons at school, we aim to give you joy in learning and build academic confidence at the comfort of your own relaxed learning environment. So how can you begin? We welcome you to purchase Quickie Dollars to redeem the videos for full access to the Quickienomics online learning experience. Thank you for starting with Quickienomics.